But even on my best days, I can hit a 1-foot drive.
1-foot drive. We're back. Sabo, I&O, Duvall. This week, we've got PGA Championship. We'll give our thoughts on that. Think Like a Pro, TPC Craig's Ranch, Byron Nelson. We're going to talk about wedge play. We're going to update our standings and our picks. And then Player Pretender, we're going for 7. Going to try to make history again.
Let's go.
Gents, how was the weekend? Tony, how you doing?
Good, man. Good weekend. Busy. Just, doing the things to get the stuff, just in full grind mode.
Love that. That.
Yeah, it's good. Feels
Nice.
good. Got some sun. I got a little color going, boys.
Wow.
Been outside. It's great. So, yeah, hopefully this lasts, but not holding my breath. Sabres, good work. We'll see you next year.
Man.
Thanks for the run. Thanks for the ride.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Hopefully we get a goalie in here. But
Darlene.
Yeah.
Can't give that puck up at the blue line in overtime. Can't do it. You just can't do that. You got to get it deep.
Yeah.
You got to get it deep.
Yeah. But all good. How about you, Andy? How was your weekend?
I had a great weekend, man. It was nice. Played a little golf and, just enjoying the heat down here. Just sweating through everything. It's fantastic. I'm in long sleeves tonight out here. It's actually kind of nice. So we'll take a little cool air this evening. So, Yeah, it was fantastic. Mike, what you got for us, buddy?
Me, weekend was good. We had Ryder Cup versus East Aurora on Friday, and that we have a spring and fall edition. We dropped the spring edition 19 to 17, so we were within striking distance of the fall. We go over to their track in the fall, beat them by 3. We will have the cup, so I look forward to getting the boys ready for that. Expanded field. I thought the tourney was good. Didn't play too bad. A little 1 under on the front. We won our front 9 match. And then back 9, I played Jonesy head-to-head. And I'll tell you what, this guy, unbelievable. Like on 10, he made a long putt. 11, I actually got on 11, Duvall, into the wind. I got it up on top into the front bunker. How about that?
Were you guys playing the second hole, second hole tee box?
No, we were not. You jackass.
Okay.
It was regulation. It was actually back a yard.
I love that.
Yard. So I got it up in the front bunker, hit a pitching wedge to I don't know, what was it, Tony? 5 feet. Tony was out there.
Yeah, that was nice.
Play enforcement. And Jonesy ran in like a 20-footer to tie me.
Yeah.
And then on 12, he did not hit a drive that he liked. We'll just leave it at that. And then he hit an iron down to the fairway. He hit an iron over the green between the car path and the gazebo, Duvall, on 12. All right?
He got it up and down?
I'm sitting there 10 feet for birdie. He made it for par.
Oh, what?
He holed out for par. He chipped it in from the rain shelter on the back of the thing. So Jonesy was he was serving, baby. And then I got up 2 on him. 17 I 3-putted, and 18 I tried to play safe and hit it in the water like an idiot. And we ended up having the match. So
where was the flag on 18? Were you trying to squeeze it into a spot for a good angle, or what? Were you just
18 was back right, and I was hitting a 4-iron at the tree for the angle correct.
Ooh.
And laid the sod on it and hit it into the creek in front of me.
Oh, you didn't even hit it right.
I did not even hit it right. All truth be told, I laid sod on it. I did not clear. I tried to hit it easy, and I didn't clear my lower body and just laid the sod on it.
That was left out of the text thread for sure.
Oh, my. Friday. Yeah, I wanted to give it a day. I didn't want the text thread to light up. I figured I'd give you your true reaction to that shot right now.
Ooh.
And then I ended up dropping, try to hit 3-wood on the green. That didn't work. And then I used the drop circle, hit a wedge to, I don't know, it's in there like 5 feet, but Jones was able to steer it around and tap in for his 5, so mine didn't matter at that point. So
Man,
that
right
was
arm
it.
right arm getting a lot of work on it. He dropped
That
it up
was
there.
it. That was it.
Jeez.
So that ended my streak of golfing with 1 ball per round. I had that going for a few rounds, but
Wow.
that was a hard one. So I tipped the cap to Mr. Jones. He tied me in our individual match in the back 9, but be good to get over there in the fall over to his place. See what
So
happens.
you guys running some clinics and stuff to get the boys ready, little Ryder Cup clinics, or
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I doubt it. We might just get together for cocktails. We're thinking about
freak.
we're thinking about a limo bus and cocktails and just rip
That
it.
is,
We're just
I
gonna
love that.
pack all 24 of us in a limo bus. Maybe our boy Chaz can help us out with that, and then run it over and just see where the day takes us.
I actually really approve of that play.
Yeah.
If you need a little more room and there's not any more room in the budget, I would recommend a school bus.
Yes.
We've rented those a couple times.
Oh, that would be epic.
Like half the price. And
Yeah.
it's great. It's all the fun. You don't get the
half
neons.
the price, more room. Half
More
the
room,
price,
you know?
more room.
Shoot,
So
we
much.
bring our own boom box and our own neons.
Oh
Yeah, exactly.
Strobe lights. Let it
So
rip.
much room for activities.
Put marble on the music, you're gonna have a rave on your hands, man.
Yeah, dubstep myself to death.
I love that.
So yeah, that was our weekend. It was good.
It was great.
Yeah. And then mixed into there was the PGA Championship, guys. I don't know. I watched maybe a hair of it Thursday night. And when I say a hair, I might have seen one shot. Saturday, I think I watched 2 or 3 holes. And then Sunday, I think I caught Aaron when he was on, I don't know, whenever I started texting you, Duvall, I think it was probably like his 15th hole. Right before he had the eagle putt on 16. I think that's actually when I sat down and he had like 208 and he just hit a Boston Carver right in there. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, I'm pretty sure I caught about 11 hours on Thursday and Friday. The PGA Championship.
Well, then lead off. What was your thought, Duvall?
I mean,
I
absolutely loved it. You know, it was a major championship, that's for sure. You know, it was stayed in single digits. I was a little disappointed with the PGA on Saturday after the chirps from Scotty and Rory.
Yeah.
And like, I know Goddard had said I liked his interview. I couldn't, just his demeanor when they asked him like what he thought of the golf course. You know, he was just like, it's really hard. And, you know, he kind of had that really solid answer without, you know, sounding like the number 1 player and the number 2 ranked player in the world, just bitching and complaining that they were, you know, where they were. Even though like Scotty was like, what, a couple back, Rory was like a couple back. But, you know, there was a lot of balls were bouncing, you know, guys. There were a couple of guys that took 2-shot leads. They just gave them back. So when they said like the separation factor, like there were a couple of players on, you know, on Friday that had opportunities like, what's the kid's name? Pog Eater. Pog Eater had it at like 5, and then he just, you know, he gave back a couple, and then, I think like Smalley did the same thing, or somebody else was up there did the same thing. They got it to like 5 or 6 under, and they just gave him back. So
yeah,
the golf course looked great. I mean, guys, if you missed it in the wrong spot and you got in the thick rough, so be it. It was a major championship. Like I get it, it's the PGA, but it's still like a major, and the PGA wants to hold its own with the other majors and not just, they already moved it from the best slot that anybody can have. It's like the Masters the first one and then the PGA the last one. And it's like they left their slot and now they're just kind of mixed up with signature events and in between the Masters and the US Open. So I thought it was fantastic. you know, I like a little bit of carnage. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
there were guys making sixes from the middle of the fairway if they missed it in the wrong spot or on the green. So it was, and it was firm. It wasn't like crazy windy. I know Friday morning, I think it got, a little cooler and there was some breeze, but, it is what it is. You're in Philly and, middle of May. What are you going to do? Like, you just go with it. So do you see any of it, Tony?
Oh yeah. I caught in I mean, nothing sustained, so I
Yeah.
saw a lot of bits and pieces here and there.
Love that.
But I mean, 169 three putts over the first 2 days, I believe was the number.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable for the best players in the world to be three putting like that. That just goes to show you, like, man, golf is hard. Putting's supposed to be the easiest thing, and you get behind the eight ball and it's just total defensive play, and you're probably trying to ram a couple in and see you later, and it's just yeah. It was
Right angle, you end up on the wrong side of the green on the wrong shelf, and then you're three putting.
that'll happen. That'll happen.
I mean, that's how it works. I don't know. I guess I just don't understand what makes a good setup. Do you really want somebody to separate them? Like for TV, you want somebody to just separate yourself, or for even the golf tournament? I didn't really understand that from Rory.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the setup, and I loved that they made it like gettable on the last day.
Yes.
Very like Masters-esque, where you have the Sunday shootout, and again, guys in the final pairing just folding like a deck of cards. This is the theme of the year. If you are a live bettor on a Sunday, I am putting the house on whoever is not in the final pairing who's looking decent, because at a certain point, who is in the clubhouse sitting
Justin
there for
Thomas.
Yeah, I almost thought he was going to backdoor win.
I actually thought that was the case, like, because he was done, I think, before like Smalley teed off.
Oh, hours.
And I was sitting there and I'm like, we were out on the golf course. I had it on the phone and I'm talking to a couple of guys and I just said, the guys up at the top of the leaderboard are so susceptible to just like to just being gone, not even anywhere in sight by the backside. So, anybody that was coming up Saturday, they did the same thing too, Tony. I mean, really, there was like, there was a bunch of like 4, 5, 6 unders, if I'm not mistaken, on Saturday.
There was.
And that's what kind of ticked me off, is it kind of seemed like, and I understand they didn't want it to get too crazy, but I mean, going into Sunday, I think there was like 40 guys within like 6 shots of the lead or something.
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I love
that. That's TV right there.
100%.
That's TV. So Kitayama, was it Kitayama or who?
Yeah,
was he?
Kitayama.
Kitayama shoots 63,
When
and I was like,
out, yeah.
I was like, man, he might have a chance.
I didn't realize how he moves it, man. He was like approaching 190 ball speed. Like, I don't remember him having that kind of zoom,
Dude, he's like 5, isn't he like 5'4"? Like 5'6" or something.
Yeah, he's not a big dude. And I know he can stuff a wedge with the best of them.
Right.
So like, if you're putting it like in gettable pin locations and he's driving it well, like that guy's gonna win a bunch.
Yeah, I don't think he made I think he made 1 par on the front side. He started off his round like he made like 6 birdies and a bogey or something like that to be 5 or 6 under. So, I don't know. It was a wild show.
You like that stuff, Mike? You like it when they're all bunched up?
I do. I think it makes it it's a lot better than one guy being at 14 and everybody else is at 6.
Yeah.
Being out, run out of shit to talk about, unless it's Scotty, the golden child, or Rory, and they could just, gleam them to death on the way in. Yeah, they just. Yeah. But no, I like the PGA. Actually, they've been known for some very, very poor setups, and I thought they did pretty good job with this, even to make it. I know you didn't like it on Saturday, Andy, but I think the to make the first 2 rounds a little more difficult and then let it be scoreable on the weekend kind of differentiated it from the U.S. Open, where the U.S. Open is just hard, harder, super hard, and then hang on for dear life.
Yep.
I don't think you make it like the U.S. Open, but the way they had the rough setup, I think just the golf court lended itself to it being bunched up too, because there's only so many spots they can hide a pin and still have it playable, right? I mean, these guys are they're all, I mean, every tour stop except for Augusta, they're putting on less than 3% slope everywhere. Everything's on like a 0%. If it's on a 1% slope, they're kind of like crying. So like a place like this where it might have to be on a 5% slope just because that's the only spot to put it. I thought it made it very interesting, and that lended itself to all the 3 putts, right? So we talked about it on this pod last week about the strategy, and you had to be in the right spots of the greens, and Duvall highlighted about the different angles and the way you had to go. And I thought it was interesting how the first day Rory came out with the old decade bomb and gouge, and he was like 6 over. And in his prep conference, he was just like, yeah, that didn't work. And then he had to go back and he had to do what everybody else was doing was, oh, I have to be on this side and I have to be here and I have to be there. So he kind of totally changed his approach after round one just to even be able to make the cut. So that was interesting how he just totally threw out his strategy and had to go with plan B on the fly.
He did it really well. Like, hats off to him.
Yeah.
That looked bleak on the first day for him.
Yeah. I was expecting him to MC and he came back. I mean, I think he shot like 67 or something like that. But it was, it was funny because, like we said, there were some guys that could bang it down there, and there was a lot of wedges. Like, you saw a lot of guys hitting some really poor result oriented. I'm playing result oriented right now, wedges, because it was like you had to get it into a certain spot. If you weren't hitting your number, it was just bounding past. You're struggling to two putt. And then if you're not catching a ridge, or if you're catching the ridge on top and it's spinning a little bit, it's gone. And that's, you saw some of these guys just pounding it down there. And then other guys, you saw Cam Young hitting, like, he hit a couple of irons off the tee and that one that kind of bangs down where it was only like 305 to cover all the bunkers. And there were a lot of guys that were only hitting like 3 and 4 irons off that tee and just landing out there. I can't remember what hole it was, but it was fun to watch. You had some guys that were not bombers that were able to just kind of keep the ball in play and get it around those pin locations on Saturday and Sunday and giving themselves a chance. What'd you guys think? What'd you guys think of Scotty this week? I know he finished like T15.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of a lunch pail kind of weekend for him. I don't know. The guy just his C game is just like ridiculous, like he hasn't had his probably powers all year, and it's just when you hit it that good, man, it's just incredible.
It's so sad watching him putt. I think it was on Saturday coming in. I watched him and Goddard were together. I felt so bad for Scotty. I mean, how many putts can you I think he was giving the course more credit than it deserved, and he was hitting it a little firm on his lines. I don't think he was really stroking it bad. I think he just was, and it's easy for me to say sitting, in my basement talking on a podcast, but like, I think if he just didn't give the hole up, he would have made half of those putts immediately. But that's easy to say, right? It might be one of those little ridge things because you can't see the undulation on TV. That's the part we miss with it not being a 3D type of situation. Is it probably didn't look like he could start it inside the hole, and I think he's getting tricked a little bit. So, that's where maybe if he had a good caddy to help him read him, that may increase his odds a little bit. But
Teddy Scott,
he doesn't have that. So
They had like a post on Instagram, and it was like him with like 6 putts, and they were all within like 8 feet and closer.
Yes.
And the caption was, he didn't make any of these. And I was just like, holy.
That was all
Yeah,
Saturday too.
yeah, it was funny because I watched him his first round, and I got to watch his second round. He went off early, second round, and he only missed like one fairway on Thursday, and then he just could not hit a fairway on day 2. Like, he started off, missed a fairway, then like had a 3-wood off the tee, missed the fairway, then had an iron or something off the tee, missed the fairway, and I'm sitting there going, this guy, and it was like cold and windy, and he was 2 or 3 over, within the first 6, 7 holes, and I'm like, this guy might shoot 80 today. And then all of a sudden he just comes back and fires like, I don't know, 1 over or something, or 2 over. And I'm like, this guy, he's just so. I've said he's struggling, with his game to just like close it out. Yes,
Yeah.
quotes for sure. He's
Fingers
struggling with his game. He's just like not on to win. And I stepped up and said, I don't know if he's going to win. And I'm just sitting there going, this guy is so good. Like
Yeah.
you said, Tony, with his C game, where he just gets it done. And it's different than Tiger. It's different than some of the others, but it's just still so impressive to watch him play around a golf and just move it around. And he hits just, you just see where the flag is, and you see where he's aimed, and the ball just starts where he's looking and just kind of bleeds over with his irons. And it's like, yep, that's going to be like, that's like on target. That's going to be really close. And it's just, if his numbers are good, he's going to shoot like 5 or 6 under. If his numbers are good and he's putting okay, he's going to shoot like 5 under par. That's just how it is. That's why this week I just said, man, I really hope that he's not playing TPC Craig Ranch. And I looked right after I said it, and I just said, damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it. So, but
my one thought for the week, boys, and we started touching on it a little bit, was Goddard. So I did watch. I think it was Scotty and Goddard played Saturday coming in. They were the coverage, and I gotta tell you, Mr. Goddard, like, don't miss a green, and the guy's going to be unstoppable. Did you see that man's short game and his move that he does with his short game?
no.
Unbelievable to be a PGA Tour player, and that's your short game. I'm just like, I know this course is hard, but WTF, capitalize. Like, I'm like, you would never teach anybody anything he's doing.
Is he a stabber?
I saw the one flop shot he hit. I thought that was pretty sweet, but that was the one good one he did.
What, the full swing from a foot away?
Yeah.
Why would you even do that? It's not going to. I mean, it went obviously way down, and maybe because the green's like this, but like, that's not the play.
What do you do? What is the play?
You have a little bit of hands, and you maybe flop toe it and hit it like about 2 or 3 inches, and then let it bleed down. It might end up in the same spot, but I mean, for him to take a full swing like that, lay it open, and the divot went farther than what the ball landed. Like, the juice is not worth the squeeze on a shot like that. Like, I can't believe he didn't blade it into the fairway 60 yards down. I mean, give me a break. And then what are you going to do? You're going to hit it a little fat so you don't blade it, and then the ball's not going to spin. So I don't understand it. Maybe I'm not at a high enough level to comprehend what he was trying to do. And then, like, his little punch shots around the green, like, holy shit, bro. I don't know.
I'll have to go look at his other shots, but
yeah, I didn't get it. I did not get it at all. I just sitting there in astonishment, like. And then that's the first time I've actually watched him golf live. Like we talked about before, his move's a little goofy. He's aimed way left and he pushes it right, or he's like
a little.
He's got lines going everywhere, and it's once again something you probably wouldn't teach anybody. It works for him, but like, oh my God, a couple of the shots, he like stuck it in the ground, like he was just. I know I don't get it back, but holy shit. I was just shocked because I hear about Chris Goddard a lot. I hear, I see he was on a tear. He hits it a country mile. And then, like, twice. I watch him play, and in my mouth, I'm sitting there. And my dad was in town, and he's looking at me, and he's like, "Is this guy like a real pro?" Like he's just like really confused. He's like, "What am I watching?" And I was with him. I was just like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm highly confused right now. But I said, I think if he gets on his wins, he probably hit 17 greens around or 16 greens around and just got it done.
Mike.
You know what I mean?
Mike, we're clipping the shit out of this. We're clipping this shit. We're tagging him so hard this week. It's gonna be outrageous.
He's gonna show up at my course and be like, "Yo,
Let's go."
I love this.
you trash talking idiot, selling range balls to people." Let's see how you think it is.
Listen,
like,
it is pretty wild.
Compared to his peers, I just find his game wildly like, what is happening?
I agree.
I'm not trying to say I could do it better than him, but like, whew, it's a different approach. We'll leave it at that.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's a unicorn. He's like Webb Simpson. He's like a Webb Simpson.
Yeah, he's something all right.
Webb Simpson's golf swing is just only he can do it.
Yeah.
Anybody else is shaking it all over the golf course.
But I had one more thing to wrap up the PGA segment, unless you guys had anything else.
I'll go for it.
Yeah, fire 2 gloves.
I would just like to thank Mr. Higo for being the biggest chop in the world.
Oh, gosh.
Winning myself $1. I forgot the dollar upstairs, but Higo making the world famous 2-stroke penalty for being late to the tee, or 1 stroke or whatever it was, while he's up there putting like his caddy's yelling at him, "Get down here." "Oh, what up, bro? What up,
Dude.
bro? I was early, but I was late, but I was on time." And like, how many misquotes? It's hilarious what's out there. Like, take accountability, bro. Just sit there and take accountability and go, "I was effing around on the putting green and I was late." Don't sit there in the same breath and then be like, "Yeah, I was on the putting green, I was late, but I was on time." I don't know how you define a second. Like, shut up, dude. Just shut up. It's such a bad look. Give me a break.
He parted ways with his caddy this week, too.
Which is just doubling down on your stupidity, in my opinion. Like, you're going nowhere fast, buddy, with that attitude.
No, that's to fire the caddy over, because the caddy was trying to get you to the first tee on time. He's yelling at you, actively yelling at you. "Yo, remember when I said we got to go to the tee and you said you're going to stop and putt?" And I said, "You really shouldn't, because we got to be there in a minute." And then I started yelling at you like, "Hey, they're about to announce your name." It's just a bad look. And it's what I'm struggling with the words. Maybe, what is that attitude? Is that like entitlement? Is that like,
absolutely.
Just like, he thinks his shit doesn't stink. I don't know what it is, but
it's just not taking accountability for what he did.
Correct.
It's just like,
yeah, I have no time for him either. But I did win $1 off him. Thanks for missing the cut like an idiot. I knew you would.
Thanks a lot, Higo.
I immediately sent that around in the chat. I got $1. He misses the cut, and my friend Tony hopped all over that. He couldn't wait.
To shoot, what did he shoot on Thursday? -2, 1 under.
1 under. So he shot. He was leading. He was technically leading with the
penalty. So like, you got. I mean, I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh wow, he really overcame that adversity and came out, played really well. He's obviously, game's looking good. But I think that press conference, man, he just doubled down on all of that and just shot himself in the foot, because no way you can leave that golf course and come back the next day with a clear mind after that.
All his buddies are sitting there mocking him out all over the range. Hey, you're going to get to the all the locker room chatter.
Right. ESPN had a ticker going. ESPN had a ticker going for him. Like, I thought,
a countdown.
They did. They had a countdown going for his tee time when he showed up 3 hours before they had him walking in, and they were like, "Well, he tees off in 3 hours and 4 minutes. Let's see if he can make it to the tee on time."
That's aggressive.
It was aggressive.
Thing to be known for is 15 minutes of fame is just being
it's a shame.
Being an idiot.
A shame.
Yeah, it was a pretty impressive press conference, to say the least.
We've spent we've spent 30 minutes talking about the PGA Championship. We haven't mentioned
Rai.
once.
No.
Guy who
Yeah.
got it done. We're talking about all this other bullshit. And the
Yeah.
guy just goes to work with his lunch pail, with his iron covers and his 2 gloves, and an amazing story. And we haven't even brought him up once. So sorry, Aaron.
I mean,
job.
it was impressive.
Um,
It was impressive.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
I'm just glad he lagged that putt down on 18 so I could sit back and be like, -9. I said
Yeah, I got a bone to
-9.
pick. He didn't give that eagle a chance on 16. That was BS. I need to get the 10 under.
I was just like, all right, calm yourself here, Aaron. Just get it down there. So
Yeah,
I love me a single digit major. I love it.
Me too, man. I think if this is gonna, like, the PGA Championship doesn't really have like a thing, right? I mean, you know, the U.S. Open's carnage, the British Open is like playing in the wind, in the rain, in the elements, getting out of pothole bunkers.
Yeah,
you know, Masters is Augusta. Like, they all have their things. If the PGA Championship continues to like have this formula, I think it's a really good, like, 2 days of really, really hard golf, and then let them go get it on the weekend.
yeah.
I love that. I think that's a really cool way to kind of bridge the gap between what these other tournaments are doing and then create something a little more unique. So,
Agreed. I mean, when was PGA Championship at Oak Hill? How many years ago was that?
23?
23?
I believe so.
So what's really cool, full circle, is I know I've shared the story a bunch on this podcast with when I was volunteering on Thursday. It was a weird shift because it was a double tee. So you're like super busy, and all of a sudden there's nobody there because these guys are like on event day, they're just calculated. They get there, they hit X number of balls, they go chipping, they putt, boom, they're on the tee. They don't hang around, they're not BSing, they're not dabbing guys up. So like the practice area was nobody. And there was one dude chipping around, hitting balls the entire time, and it was Aaron Rai. He was an alternate for that tournament, waiting for his chance to get in. And I talked to his mother for at least an hour, just hanging out, talking about Aaron, his life, their story. What a really cool thing to see it full circle, to go from that to now he's a PGA Championship winner like 3 years later. So to go from like an alternate with no status to now holding the trophy is really cool for him and his family. So that was my last thought with it.
For sure. Yeah.
My last thought with it is, for anybody out there, he won a PGA Championship wearing 2 gloves, iron covers, a flaming tee, as they said, and like they said he had like a 7-year-old driver or something,
an M6, TaylorMade M6,
and yeah, man, you know, you can get there.
It's a good thing they didn't test his driver. That's for sure. There's no chance that thing is conforming at this point.
That's probably why he was banging at 338 coming down the stretch.
Yeah, that is the sliverest tiny little bit of face left on that thing, is bouncing like a I don't even know, like a bounce house or something. But
the old catapult out.
He might want to look into a new head.
I mean, it's wild. He hit some phenomenal shots coming down the stretch, just doing everything that he was supposed to do, and it was fun. It was fun to see. It's fun to see him too. I mean, he's got YouTube coaches. Like,
I was gonna mention that. I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch any of their content? Me and My Golf.
Yep.
Oh, is that what that is? I was going to look up what that meant.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel.
Okay.
2 PGA pros from, I believe, in his hometown. They're from in England. Have a really, really cool YouTube channel. And I remember, because I watched Me and My Golf before I knew about Aaron Rai. So, like, to see a PGA Tour player sponsored by this YouTube channel was always like, yo, that's wild. That's crazy. Like, how much they must be really killing it on the YouTube for them to be able to sponsor him. But now he talked about how they kind of had been coaching him since he was a kid. So it makes a little more sense. Maybe it's not as much financially, or they have something worked out. But
yeah, I think it's just him ripping the name and having it on his stuff, and like, I don't know like what the financial aspect would be.
Which is fine. Whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just cool.
Yeah, he seems like very loyal to his roots and what got him there, and he's very humble and grateful and gracious, and like checks all the boxes like that. That's
He said his wife beats the daylights out of him when they practice and play games. So
really,
he said that she usually, in the games and the contest stuff, like short game stuff and putting, she's an accomplished player in herself, and in her own right. And he was just like, cool. So it's cool to have somebody to like practice with like that, that's out there grinding with you and things. So that's pretty nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So cool, guys. All right. Well, that's a wrap on the PGA Championship. Can't wait for the next one. What is it? U.S. Open Father's Day weekend.
Shinnecock.
Southampton, New York.
All right. So that was the PGA Championship. We're on to our next segment. Think like a pro. This week we got the Byron Nelson at TPC Craig Ranch. So the boys, we thought that we would talk about wedge play. That's going to be an important aspect with the wind. I think they're calling for a little softer conditions. So, Tony, you want to lead us off with a little bit of wedge play?
I would love to, and I think a great way to start with this is perception of what a good wedge shot is.
Okay.
So I've got some stats here. These are from the PGA Tour. I believe they're a few years old, but they're probably pretty consistent still. But so I've got green hit percentage from various distances, average proximity, and then percentage of shots that finish inside of 9 feet. So we'll do some distances here. I'll let you guys kind of guess through them. So from 100 yards, what well, I'm sure you guys probably can guess how often these guys are hitting the green. What would you say?
From 100 yards?
Yep.
PGA Tour players.
Yes.
Seems like a quick trick question. You would think every time, but I'll go 83%.
Okay. Andy?
Yeah, I'm like right on that 80 to 85%.
You guys are on point. It's 83.7%.
Let's go.
So again, just to you think that would be 100%, right? Like
100
yards.
Everybody thinks that.
If I miss a green with a sand wedge from 100 yards, I'm ready to have an issue with myself on the way back to the cart to drive to the green. The world has ended.
Right.
It's like my part of the game that I should excel in, and like if I miss a wedge shot.
If you listen to a lot of amateurs that are anywhere between like 0 and a 10, or like 0 and like a 6, they are blown away that they missed a green with a wedge. Like it's just not acceptable.
Oh no. It's like
and tour players are doing it 20% of the time.
Yeah.
And these are shots from the fairway, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that.
All right.
Fairway only. What is the average proximity, do you guys think, from 100 yards?
23 feet.
The ball just fired that out there. You would think it's like 10 feet or better, but if they're only hitting the green 80% of the time.
I kind of want to revise my answer.
I think Duvall's probably got a pretty good number. I'm going to go 23. I'm going to go 23.1.
I think it's closer to 30.
Just
closer to 30?
Yeah.
So you guys are a little conservative there. It's 18.5 feet.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And now percentage of shots that finish inside of 9 feet. Care to guess?
Oh shit! There can't be that many. If 18 feet is the average, to get an average, that means for every time they hit it to 10 feet, they're hitting it to 26 feet.
Let's say 28% of the time.
9
Okay.
feet better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go between 8 and 10%. I'll go 10%.
It is 25%.
Wow. So a fourth.
So there's probably the key difference for most golfers, like, yeah, 18 and a half feet from 100 yards, I think that's doable for a lot of guys, but to get a quarter of your shots from that to 9 feet or better, that's PGA Tour right there. That's,
You're golfing your ball.
You're golfing your ball, yeah, for sure.
Well, that is,
Uh
you're hitting 10 shots. So if you have 40 shots, you're hitting 10 at 9 feet. You're hitting 10 at 26 feet. And then you're hitting 20 shots in between like 16 and 20 feet, give or take.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
close, yeah.
just trying to figure it out in my brain. But go ahead. 25,
So
25.
so I think that just goes to show you, like, you guys have a really good understanding of that, but I think you ask most guys, most people, most golfers, like, you would think they're a lot better than what these numbers indicate.
True.
Let's do 50 yards, because that's kind of a bugaboo distance for most people. So let's give me your average proximity from 50 yards.
15 feet.
Andy?
I'm gonna say a little below, like 12 feet. 12 feet.
15.4 feet, which is kind of wild, in my opinion. From 50 yards in the fairway.
Had I not heard the 100-yard stat being 18 feet, I
Yeah.
would never have guessed 15. I'd have been like 8 or 9 feet.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And that's I think that's most people's perception.
Yeah.
And shots that finish inside of 9 feet from 50 yards is 37%. So again, this is where they're kind of separating themselves from your scratch golfer, right? So just to give you guys a little bit of context, I guess you could say, to this discussion, like, I think most guys or ladies, golfers, whatever, are putting too much pressure on those shots. And you can easily probably play a lot better understanding that 18 feet from 100 yards is an average shot on the tour. So when you hit it to 18 feet from 100 yards, you got to understand, you just hit a great golf shot. So I think managing your expectations when it comes to wedges is super important. Yes, obviously hitting a kick-in birdie from those yardages is great, and it feels really good when you do it, but that's not the norm, and that's not even the norm for the greatest players in the world. So give yourself a little bit of grace, I would say, with just kind of how you approach those shots. That's my big thing. Without getting into like technical stuff and how to play the shots,
Sure.
just really lowering your expectations would be a great. I think my best rounds come when I have no expectations.
Definitely.
So micromanaging that into each shot can help you out tremendously. But yeah,
Mike,
what do you think, Mike? You are a wedge master.
Well,
You are.
usually I go last. You caught me off guard.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready.
I need to know.
What would you like to know? I guess let's put it that way. I could take up 3 hours of a podcast talking about wedges.
Right.
That's the biggest thing for me, wedge wise, and it would echo on what we talked about last week, which was moving the ball purposely. I'd like to do it with my wedges as well. Every shot I hit with a wedge, I'm trying to move it right to left or left to right. Now, granted, it's a wedge. You're not going to be moving it 10 or 15 yards of curve on a wedge shot. We're talking like maybe 1 or 2 yards. And the whole idea is to play to the big part of the green. So if the pin's tucked left, I'm aiming at the right fringe and I'm trying to hit a draw. So when my ball hits, it might draw 2 or 3 yards, hit the middle of the green, and it should spin left to get that much closer to the hole. So that's like a high percentage. Like if I'm playing stroke play and it's not match play and I'm just trying to make the best score, I am big part of the green and working the ball towards the pin, one way or the other. And like I said, you're not moving it 9, 10, 11 yards with a wedge. It's just, that's ridiculous. But I always like to try to curve it one way or the other, even with the wedges. And then you get into like pin location, front of the green, middle of the green, back of the green. Like if it's front of the green, I'm hitting whatever I want to do that's going to roll out the least. So maybe a lob wedge. I rarely use a lob wedge. It's in my bag. I think the grooves are still new on it. I use 54 for everything. I would just open a 54 to try to spin it to that front pin. If it's a middle pin, I just a stock sand wedge. And if it's a back pin, then I'm breaking out maybe a wedge, like a pitching wedge or something like that, and flighting it in. That way it's so. And all I'm doing is it's probably decade golf, but I don't know any better. But my idea is that I'm playing for my misses. So if that pin's all the way in the back, I don't play enough to try to fly a lob wedge all the way back there to a precise yard or two. But I feel like I'm skilled enough to grip down on a pitching wedge and do a little half swing and flight it in there to where even if I miss hit it a little bit, it's still going to get back there a lot of the way, and then it'll release back to that pin. So I'm always with my wedges, I'm always trying to work the ball towards our. Very rarely will I ever take dead aim at a pin because we know the ball curves and it's always going to be curving away from your target. So unless you're playing some type of push draw or pull fade and you play for it to work that way, I guess. I don't know. I don't feel like that, but I'm always aiming left or right of the pin and working it towards it. So that would be my biggest thing without getting into the weeds on how to do it technically and all that stuff. But that's kind of my strategy with the wedges for trying to score anyway.
Yeah, love that.
Duvall, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, kind of tapping on that. It's I like to try to play my wedges one way, unless there's some reason not to. So like I want my wedge to kind of fly right to left, just because it's going to it eliminates a lot of the wind factor and stuff like that, and you kind of have the same consistency of landing and how it's gonna react on the greens. But besides that, front pins, like Hogan used to kind of use the front pin. You want to hit it higher. Middle pin, you kind of hit it at like your stock height, and then the back flag, you're kind of trying to drive it in there. Go ahead, Mike.
To touch on that, I forgot. I do a lot with ball position with that too.
Correct.
So if pin's in the front, you move it front, middle, and then back for a back pin. Sorry, go ahead. You might have been going. You might have been going.
No, yeah, no. And like for me, I think like we talk about getting on the range or being on the golf course when you're just kind of tinkering and taking. I think the easiest way to do this, and this is like not using a clock system or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever. You can still have that, and it's in there. But I think like gripping down or like playing the full length of the club is a really big deal when you're from like 60 to 120 yards out. If you have 100 yards and your 56 goes 105 yards or 100 yards, instead of trying to gas it in there and, creating a lot of spin or getting steep on it and just like kind of knuckling it up there and not being able to control the yardage, like taking your gap wedge or your pitching wedge and choking it down an inch or two, really allows you to kind of make the same swing and the ball just doesn't fly as far. If you have 115 with your 52, if you choke it down 2 inches, that ball's probably going to fly like 105 to 110. And Tony, you just threw it out there. If you have 105 and you hit a 52-degree wedge 110 yards over top of the flagstick, you're inside of the average PGA Tour distance. You're at 15 feet from 100 yards or 105 yards. So the expectation factor of trying to just hit it your number all the time, I think is great, but most of us are not doing that. The tour players are usually within 2 to 3 yards. That's where that's where they're looking to be very precise. So they're not even trying to dial it into that exact yardage. And just gripping down, taking that kind of same swing. You don't have to gas your 56 to try to get it there or gas whatever wedge. And just play your stock shot. If you want to get out there and start trying to work it in there, I just look at it as, if you have one stock shot and it's the shortest club in your bag, if you want to aim it at the flagstick and the ball curves 3 yards left or 4 yards left, you're only going to have 9 to 12 feet. Like, that's a really good shot. If you can kind of keep it, relatively straight. Like, for me, if I have a right flag, I'm not trying to aim it right at the hole. I may aim it at it or just left and just really try to feel like I don't roll it over. And I just kind of, hit that, try to feel like I hit a straight one, or it feels like a cut, I guess. But it's just not going to curve that much. So hitting it at the flag and letting it curve away to a right flag, it's definitely okay if that's what you're comfortable with. So, for me, it's grip down, and it's going to lower the ball flight anyways, even if it's in the middle of your stance, because it's going to be shorter. Also, it's going to be a shorter club with more loft, or with less loft, so it's gonna move the flight down, and maybe just play the same stock shot that you're used to playing, and just tinker, get a little bit more aggressive with it, aim it right at the flagstick, and if it curves away a little bit, what are you gonna have? Even if you curve it 10 yards, let's just say you curve it 10 yards, it's 30 feet left of the hole. That's probably gonna be one of your worst ones if we're looking at it from a percentage wise from the tour, if you aim it right at it. So grip it down, play your stock shot, and just feel it out. Get out there, get on the range, try to tinker a little bit, but don't have to feel like you're so precise. Just think about 5 yards past, 5 yards short, 5 yards left, 5 yards right. That's a pretty good basket to get it into if you take away the flagstick. So
yeah, I agree. And something that you both touched on that I see a lot of amateurs struggle with is hitting your wedges too high.
Correct.
There's this perception that you want to get this big balloon ball with your wedges. It's really not the case. I heard Jordan Spieth talking about he made a ball change, and the old adage of hit your long irons high and your wedges low. And that's a recipe for a really good player.
And why is that, Tony?
You're talking about controlling the golf ball. When you hit your wedge high like that, you're susceptible to way more wind, and it's really hard to control distance. Even on a soft day, and not to mention what equals height is speed, right? So you're swinging your wedge probably too hard to be precise. So, if you go to a PGA Tour event, go to the range and watch them. When they're hitting wedges, man, they're not getting above, I don't know exactly what their apex is, but it's going to be shockingly low from what you probably expect and what you see on your weekend games. So, we talked last week about working the ball, and Mike said, encourages guys to go and work every club in the bag, but start with your wedges and just learn how to flight them down. That would help your game tremendously right away.
And part of that reason, Tony, is what I believe is the reason why I like mine to be coming in lower unless it's front with a draw, right? it gives you the opportunity to be wrong and still get it right. Like if I have 110 and I hit it 105 or like 100 with a low little draw, like even if it's a 2-yard draw, unless it's just completely soaked out there, it's going to allow the ball to land 10 yards short, which is 30 feet. And if it just takes its normal hop and stops, you're going to pick up like probably 4 yards off of that first little bounce. So now all of a sudden you're only 18 feet away and you missed your number by 5 yards with with a short club. So that's part of the reason why middle and back flags, hitting those lower ones and controlling the trajectory, it just gives you more room for error as well. It eliminates the wind, it eliminates the other variables, but it also, on firm greens, you're giving yourself an opportunity to get it back there and be wrong. And that's
100%.
a great situation.
100%. And I think people know how to do this more than they think. Like every amateur out there, every time I ask a student, can you hit me a punch shot? And they're like, oh, I'm a great punch shot player. I do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Getting out of trees and trouble. Well, but how often do you do that with your wedge? Try it. See what happens. Mess around like ball position, like you guys were saying. Mess around with where you grip it down. But get that same feel that you have when you're getting out of the trees with your 7-iron or your 6-iron and put it on your wedge. I guarantee you're going to get way more precise, way better distance control. The ball's going to stop sooner. And to also technical, like there's like a technical thing, I know a lot of guys out there struggle with slicing the ball. Learn to hit that pull draw. Learn to pull draw it. And you actually get more spin when you hit a little draw with the wedges, which is not what you'd kind of think, but you get a much more solid strike and you create more friction when your face is more square than when you're hitting a fade. It's kind of open to your target. So, try stuff, have fun.
Yeah, and I'll end with this on this topic right here, or my ending. Don't be there. There's technical things that go on with wedges that will help you hit it lower and flight it and turn it and all that stuff. And don't get us wrong, we're not getting into the technical aspect or mechanical aspect of what it is, but look it up or have a conversation with your PGA pro. You take a lesson, or if you don't, just have a chat, and it'll be very quick. You'll understand why the ball does what it does, and slowing down your swing and creating arc and all the things that go on. It's you're gonna learn it in a pretty very quickly. I think you're gonna feel it really quick when you start to slow your swing down with a longer club. The first couple may be terrible. It is what it is. You're learning something new. It's a new movement. It's a new shot, all that. But just kind of work on it and you'll start to really feel how everything kind of just flows together, and it'll flow into the rest of your game. 7-iron down, 6-iron down. You're able to just kind of smooth it out, and it'll help your overall golf swing in general. So.
Nope. Agreed.
100%.
Agreed. My last thought would be if you want to start doing it, and get some numbers. Like if you're fortunate enough to have a little flight scope Mevo to where you can get some numbers, or if you practice at a range that has the numbers, or a simulator or something like that, just start out with your pitching wedge, middle of the stance, and normal grip, and take it back to where you feel like your hands are waist high. Doesn't matter if they are or not, just a feeling of you feel like you're stopping at waist high, wherever that is for you as an individual player, and hit it and see how far it goes. And now do one of those where you feel like you're shoulder high. Your hand stops somewhere around your shoulders. That'd be like a 3/4 type swing. And then go ahead and hit it, right? I wouldn't go above 3/4 because now you're full swing, and now you're getting out of what you want to work on with it. So you have two positions, waist high, shoulder high with the hands. Balls in the middle, get your yardages. Now have fun. Grip down 2 inches. Same two moves. Okay, now move the ball forward 2 inches, standard grip, those 2 spots. Now grip down with the ball forward, those 2 spots. Ball off your back foot, grip down, those 2 spots. Regular grip, 2 spots. And when you're moving the ball around, don't move it like that far. We're only talking like 2 inches forward, 2 inches back, maybe 3 or 3. Don't go moving the ball a foot outside your left foot and then try to swing it. I mean, you can do that in extreme situations if you're gutter up or something, but like, don't be too crazy with it. But so do that with your wedge. Now you have 3 different ball positions, 2 different grips, and 2 different swing spots. How many different shots do you now have with your wedge? And you have those yardages. So like Duvall was talking about, it's your stock wedge maybe goes 120, but you got to hit it 116. Pins in the front. So I'm going to move the ball forward, and I want to take 4 yards off. Oh, I remember. If I grip down 2 inches and I do my shoulder high, that's my 116. So that's just ways to shave to where you can maybe, if your wedge is 120, by the time you move the ball forward and you grip down and you're doing a waist-high swing, you might be hitting that thing like 82 yards. Yeah. And then you use it to all the different scenarios. Now you do that with a gap wedge, a sand wedge, a lob wedge. I'd recommend doing 3 different clubs to start with, even 1 club. And that's a ton of different shots that you now have with your short game. And when you're doing it and you move the ball around, you're going to see, like the ball was talking about, you're going to see the ball higher, lower, and you're going to see all these different things. And then if you're fortunate enough to do it where it hits into a green, you'll see how the ball reacts. If you're playing with a urethane ball and you're not playing with a Mojo or something, you'll see how the ball reacts when it hits the green. And you'll think like you hit this low screamer with a wedge, and it's going to hit, boop, and it's going to stop. And you'll be like, oh, I thought I was going to blade it over the green. So if you're looking to try something, that's where I would start. And then obviously talk to your PGA professional, look up some videos, just go mess around. But that'd be a good starting point, I think.
Yeah, this will shave more shots off your score than trying to figure out how to bang driver or, all of that stuff. This is a shaver real quick. So,
yep. Well,
and if you like it, like a lot of people have told us, hammer that button. Just hammer it. Give us the old like, follow, and subscribe.
And 2, if you're listening to this on like a streaming platform and you have the ability to leave a review,
correct,
that helps us out immensely. So
yeah. Give us
if you can and you have the time, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
give us some feedback.
Even if you're going to slaughter us, let it rip.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
lay into
give us everything. Give us everything.
Absolutely.
Well, good work, boys. That was our Think Like the Pro segment for this week. TPC Craig Ranch. The Byron Nelson, Scotty Scheffler was 31 under last year, boys. 31 under. So let's get into some picks. Our standings right now. After the PGA, the boys went winless. We all lost. So Ball's at 9,006. Tony is at 1,785, and I am at the low water mark of 1,000, a point of no return. I need to win a bet or shit's going to get real. So,
Tony, what are you at?
785.
17?
1,785, I got you at.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because I actually won a bet. That's why I have 85. And
you won a bet somewhere along the way.
Yep. Hey!
Duvall, you're the big leader. How would you like to rip it off this week? You want to lead? You want to sit?
I'll rip the Band-Aid. I'll rip the Band-Aid. Yeah.
All right, what do you got this week? Make the cut, 48 players. Let's see it.
I have a top 40 with 8 players.
That's just weird.
Next.
Do you want it or do you want me to just go?
Yeah, rip it off.
So I got Spieth, Siwoo Kim, Koepka, Cootie, Hoey, Tom Kim, Jaeger, and Hitsatsuni.
I can't wait till Tom Kim destroys that parlay.
The only reason why I took him is because he just qualified for the Open on Monday. So in Dallas. So I took him because he shot like 10 or 12 under for 2 days to get in. So
So what's the odds on that
I
one?
plus 5,000.
Yeah, Huey's going to ruin that one.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got? Or is that it?
I got a playoff for plus 405. I got a top 30 with Ryder and Kirk for plus 850.
I almost took Kirk this week. That's a good call.
And then I have the lowest 18 hole score for the week. I've got Sam Ryder at plus 12,000.
Sam Ryder, huh? You riding Ryder.
Let's go. What'd you say?
Sam Ryder. Okay. Lowest 18 hole score of any round.
Of the week. Yeah, for the week. So I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping he opens with like 55. And then we just go.
That'd do it.
Kind of ideal for that bet, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Got another one, or you just got 4?
No, I just have 4.
Well, all right. 500 on each. What are you doing this week?
just one unit, please. One unit.
I'm just going to tell you boys, if I get up by 8,000 over you guys, I'm going to be slinging $1,000 bills on bets.
I'm clipping this.
I will hold you to that.
Yeah, same. We got receipts.
Yep.
I will do it, and you boys know I will.
I don't know. See. I think right now
we'll see how he feels after this first punishment.
The bait has been thrown out there, and you're just hoping that I have a cocktail or two too many before one of these pods, and you're just like, let's get it.
Weak sauce. You're up. You're up over 7,300 on Tony. I mean,
it is a little.
That's weak.
Little weak.
Here we go. Well, when I'm choosing a punishment, we'll talk week.
Well, Tony and I'll help you out with that since we've done it the past 2 times.
I agree, and I don't plan on being a third. I do not plan on being a third.
We'll write a book.
Oh my God,
Tony, what do you got this week?
Well, I've got my. So I don't know if you guys know this, but this place got like a full redesign.
Redo. Yeah, they changed 2 holes.
And I'm pretty sure they redid the greens too.
Oh no. Since last
year. They did irrigation and changed 2 holes up from par 4 to par 5s, and then they did a bunch of stuff. So this is gonna be an interesting. I don't think anybody's gonna have good vibes here because it's gonna look like a totally different track from what I've been seeing.
Yeah, and the greens are going to be super firm if they just planted them.
Yeah.
I mean, greens until they have time to mature and they get a little thatch layer and grow in a little bit, like they're going to be bricks.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna see a lot of guys feeling their way out the first couple of days. I have a feeling. So I'm going with a couple top 20 parlays to start. So you mentioned Jaeger, who is rolling his rock at the PGA Championship. So I have a feeling that's going to come into play. Hopefully he keeps that putter hot. So I've got Jaeger and Hoey for top 20 for plus 750. And I've got Jaeger and Hisatsune, same top 20 for plus 625. And yep, you guessed it, Hisatsune and Hui for plus 580.
That's going to be tough, man. Mike says that Hoey's going to blow my top 40 up. So it's going to be tough for you to get the top
you got
20.
Hoey and Jaeger. You boys got 2 players that can take down all your bets. I love that.
It's very possible. And then I do have a little lottery ticket here.
All right.
A little 2-man top 20 for Matt Kuchar and Joel Damon.
Wow.
For plus 2,800.
Wow.
It's not a lottery ticket.
And that's it. He's only got 4 bets, and
that's it.
Man. All right. Conservative never pays, boys.
Well, hey, I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying not to be less.
I'm going flames, or I am, or we're partying. All right, here we go. I got to steal Tony's method. I'm going to go 3 top 10s. I got Scotty and Hisustani plus 480. Another top 10, Scotty and Siwoo Kim for plus, the hell is that? 140, I think. I don't know. I took snapshots. I'll just text it to you guys.
That sounds right. 140 sounds right.
Yep. And then I got a top 10 for Kim and Hisutane for plus 1,000. So that's my 3 there.
This Hisusani guy making his debut here this week or what?
I guess. And then I've got a top 20. And I just, how many times am I going to be burned at the stake by this guy? But I got top 20. I got Brooks. One of these times he's going to hit. I mean, Brooks, you're going to show up and be a golfer at some point, right?
Hey, he's going to finish.
He is still the best ball striker on tour statistically.
Well, his greens are very small compared to where they just were. So I figured his tee to green, like, they're super tiny greens. How much of a, I'm just trying to edit my words since more than 2 people watch this. Like, how big of a idiot? I don't know. How much of an amateur can you be to, like, 3-putt on these? I don't know. So I'm hoping Brooks has a halfway decent putting performance this week to at least get into the top 20.
Love that.
So I got top 20 for Brooks, Jordan, and not mentioned by either of you, I'm going with Mr. Blades Brown. He needs to finish first to get
he's hot
special tour status. So I'm betting on him to do that this week with a top 20 for Mr. Brown. So that is going to be a plus 1,000 for those 3. Wow. And then I got a lottery ticket, boys. This is the shit that turns the tide. Round 1, top 10. You ready? Siwoo Kim, Jordan Spieth, and the pod favorite this week, Hisutuni Tane.
Nice. Wow, all 3, huh?
All 3 of those guys in the top 10 after round 1. It's going to pay me plus 13,000. Ship it. Send it.
Godspeed.
Those are my 5 at 100 each because I have no money left, or else I would be betting more. And that's what I got.
you should just let it rip on all those. Just 200. Just 200 a pop.
No, it'll be next week. I'm out next week. I'm going to be doing a left-handed live YouTube left-handed par 3 course.
I cannot wait,
so just
dude.
You and Tony need to talk about this and get it set because there's I haven't won shit. So there's very likelihood that I'm going to win this week. And then next week, I'm just going to ship it. And then that's it. I might just pick Scotty to win 500, go all in next week and just...
What is next week? Memorial?
No.
That's the week after.
I'll get it.
It might be Memorial.
Well, yeah, it's got to be Memorial because it's the week before. This is Labor Day week. Wait, yeah. It's Memorial's the following.
It's Colonial.
Week. Yeah.
Oh, so we go.
Scotty won't be there.
It's the Texas swing here, boys.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'll go all in on Justin Leonard 500. Colonial.
Please do that. Please do that.
Hey, do you
shout
know
out
that
to Luke Donald, who had a nice little week?
Yeah, he did.
What'd he do?
He made the cut.
Yeah.
Where?
PGA.
At the PGA Championship.
Oh, I didn't know he got in. I didn't know he was that relevant. I thought you were talking senior tour.
No. He's playing with the boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, Luke. Very proper of you. Nice work.
Absolutely.
Good. Did anybody see? Yeah, he did look good. His golf swing's just like, man, if he ever drove it good, man, he would have done some damage, but he drove it so bad. Just in general, just his whole career. But it was good to see him make the cut. He played pretty good. I think he shot like 1 under the first round or something.
Yep.
So just
all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's our pick session for this week. Look us up. There's only one person you should be following right now is Mr. Duvall. But our picks are all intertwined. It might be a bad week for the boys again. We'll see.
Man, last week was a tough one.
It was a dud. All right, boys. So that was picks. Duval's got humidity going in Florida. We had humidity here for a day, day and a half. Then we got a thunder shower tonight. Oh, by the way, boys, you've both been to my house. You know that really big tree in my front yard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half of it fell down and broke off. I'll have to send you a picture. Pretty wild. My wife FaceTimed me from the course. She's like, check this out.
Did it get hit by lightning?
No, just the wind. We had really, really bad winds come through here, and it just finally gave away. So
Wow. And it didn't touch any. It didn't do anything, right?
No, nobody got hurt, thank goodness, because the kids are
Wow.
wiffle balling all the time out there. Like that tree always worried me because the branches were like super long and they hung down and like. So I'm glad I'm just going to be able to take that thing down now. Just the whole thing down. Done with it, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. But anyway, that got diverted a little bit. We're now going to our next segment, which is our fan favorite, our world famous
Player or pretender.
All right, boys got 6. We're going for 7.
7.
Oh, 6, 7. All right, Tony, floor's yours.
6, 7. You guys want to guess the topic?
English. Well, Scotty is the defending champion this week, so you're not going to do Texas golfers. Aaron Rai just won, so we got to do English club pros.
Close. Andy, you got a guess?
European mini tour players.
Very close. It is an Aaron Rai inspired player pretender, but I went with Wyndham Championship winners. So that was his first win on tour.
Okay.
Previously the Greater Greensboro Open or Classic. But this event has been around for a long time on tour, so good luck to you boys.
Mike, get your vintage video game names ready.
100%.
What is this now?
Greater Greensboro Open winners. Only winners.
Okay.
Or Wyndham Championship,
Or Wyndham
is what it's presently known as.
And do these players wear 2 gloves or have iron covers?
All of them.
Perfect. All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. Golfer number 1, Trevor Dodds, born in Windhoek, Southwest Africa. Moved to the United States at age 17. Attended Lamar University in Texas. Turned pro in 1990. Spent several years competing on developmental tours before earning his PGA Tour card through Q School in 99. In 2002, he captured his lone PGA Tour victory at the Greater Greensboro Chrysler Classic, now known as the Wyndham Championship, defeating Duffy Waldruff in a playoff. His best finish in a major was T10 at the 2006 U.S. Open. That's golfer number 1, Trevor Dodds. Golfer number 2, Neil Maritz, born in Johannesburg, South Africa. Attended the University of Houston before turning pro in 98. After several seasons on the nationwide tour, he earned PGA Tour status for the 2004 season by finishing inside the top 20 on the money list. In 2007, Maritz captured his lone PGA Tour victory at the Wyndham Championship, its inaugural name tournament, after closing with a final round 64. His best finish in a major was T33 at the 2008 PGA Championship. That's golfer number 2, Neil Maritz. And golfer number 3, Arjun Atwal, born in Asanol, India. He turned pro in 95 and competed extensively on the Asian Tour and European Tour before joining the PGA Tour, becoming the first player from India to earn a PGA Tour card through Q School in 2004. In 2010, Atwal won the Wyndham Championship, becoming the first Indian-born player to win on the PGA Tour, which he Monday qualified for after returning from a shoulder injury. His best finish in a major was T16 at the 2010 PGA Championship. That's golfer number 3, Arjun Atwal.
I remember when Arjun Monday qualified and won. That was
he was a Patrick boy for a little while. Weren't they racing cars together in Iowa or whatever? Weren't him and Tiger a thing for a little bit?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
I think they were. I think they're boys for a quick minute. Did Atwell go to Pepperdine? I didn't hear a college. I don't know if you had one or not.
I don't have a college for him.
Okay. I don't know. I thought he was a Pepperdine guy, but maybe not. Trevor
look it up.
Dodds is definitely real. Yeah, he's definitely real. And then we're going with number 2, Tony. Lock it in. Final answer.
Yep.
Ship it.
Lock it in. Final answer.
Rip it.
7 in a row. Baby. Get the applause. Let's go.
7 in a row. Bam.
I was waiting for the prices right. Wah, wah.
There you go. There you go.
It was like Neil Dobbs when he got yachted.
Got him.
That's funny.
All right, Duval, 7, baby. We're back in the
Let's
wheelhouse.
go. We are
that was
rolling.
that crossed our generations very nicely. Dobbs was in my era. Atwell was in yours, and the second one got me for a second. There is a Merritt, but I don't think it's Neil Merritt.
No,
Merritt.
it's
yeah.
And he's
And you had Merritts. There was an S on the end.
Maritz was the fake name.
Yeah. So that was close. You almost got me there. I knew there was a Merritt, but all right.
Well done, boys.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well done, Tony. Always a treat.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Boys.
I agree.
Man, it's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Potpourri rounded out. What do you boys? Hole in one as a subject. So
wow.
I broke out tonight. Went a little old school. I got a little PBR. And as for one of the OGs back in Phillipsburg, PA, Uncle Butt, Arch Myers had a hole in one today, gentlemen.
Hey, let's go.
13.
Let's go.
We'll clap for what is his name? Butt?
Yeah, Uncle Butt is what they call him. And Arch Myers is his real name. But yeah, Uncle Butt. And what an accomplished player, man. Like, he's 80. He'll be 83 this year. This is his 8th hole in one. Still carries a single digit, multiple club like the accolades. Like, there's a tournament where they call off their achievements, and it's just like one of those flip the page. Super good player. He teams up with DJ, and they try to qualify for a couple cups up there. So hopefully, I didn't get the word yet. Hopefully, they were trying to qualify today. That'd been sweet to put an ace in the book.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Buddy Holly, Irv is visiting not Phillipsburg, but up here in Buffalo this week with Georgie. They came up to see Pipes play a couple games.
Nice.
And Irv has 3 to his record, 3 hole in ones. So these guys, he's got club championships under his belt. So these guys, they could play, they could golf their ball down there. How many? I have 0. I have no hole in ones. I have a 2 on a par 5, a little driver 8-iron on hole number 10 at the Lake of the Four Seasons in Indiana. But I don't know. Do you guys have any hole in ones to your records?
Only one.
Oh, you got it on video too, don't you?
I do have it on video.
That is incredible.
Yeah, you were around with your buddies, was a shot tracer, and it just went in.
Yeah. Probably one of the worst shots I've ever hit in my life. Nah, that can't be true.
No,
but it was one of those just right in the forehead, almost. Pretty low on the face, but one of those that just found the hole. It's a good miss.
Wow,
that's a pro miss right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's a pro miss.
What do you got, Duval? Like 4, 5, 6?
I have 7 hole in ones.
Damn,
it's a lot of bar tabs.
Wait, and I have 3 double eagles.
Wow.
Golly.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow,
It's been fun. My first hole in one was on the Canadian Tour final round in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So that was a cool one to have for the first. So
nice.
That was fun.
Did you win?
A room, or did you?
No, I finished like T58. So.
Really needed that hole in one
I
then.
can't. I don't even know what I finished. Probably like it was like T. Yeah, it was like T. I just made a double from the middle of the fairway on the par 5 before from like 200 yards.
Watch your mic there. Watch your mic there,
sorry.
young man.
7-1. I went 7-1. So
That's amazing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was cool. It's cool. It's cool. I was talking about this the other day. My hole-in-one stories, I mean, you have yours on camera, but like I have a couple of hole-in-one stories that are just like wild. And I have to share one since we're talking about it.
Please.
So I went in like early or like mid-teens, 2012 or 13, 14, somewhere in there, 15. And I went and worked in North Carolina. And we played this golf course called Eagle Point Golf Club. And the 10th hole, I believe, 10th hole is a par 3. And we always used to try to finish out on that hole. That was like our last hole. So it was like it was like close to dark. And I ended up holing it out last shot of the day. And we weren't working the next day. So I make a 1 there. And then we went and played at this other golf course like 10 or 15 minutes away. They have like a skins game on Tuesday mornings or something. And we started on a par 3. And my first shot of the day, I hold a 6-iron for a 1. So I actually made back-to-back 1s shots back-to-back days. So like ended the day with a 1 and then started the next day with a 1.
That's
So
wild.
it was pretty crazy. And it was with the same guy both rounds. I was playing with the same playing partner both rounds. Like
Here's
it was
my question.
yeah.
How hungover were you for that second hole-in-one?
Let's just say that Sunday night, I think it was Sunday. No, it was Monday night to Tuesday. Monday nights were like let's just say Monday and Tuesday were tough days. Like Tuesday and Wednesday were tough days. Like it was, it was pretty interesting. So like that's probably, don't get me wrong. I love the first one, but like the wild story is back to back shots. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. So
Nice.
yeah,
Love
it was fun. It was fun.
Love it. Well, very nice. All
Good-
right. Well,
good times.
congrats. Yep, congrats down at old Phillipsburg.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Tony, did you have something left? Did you have something else to say?
We're approaching an hour and a half here, boys.
We are. We're driving.
I think
we're
we're
over.
clear. We've
We're
cleared
over.
it.
Yeah, we're 132 right now.
Until next time.
Cheers. Cheers.